guys, so I'm going to be using Lonnie's website for this video because he was the one kind of, pushing to try to figure out a solution, which is a great thing. It still is not as simple as we would love it to be, but so it is a little bit manual as far as displaying the sold properties on your website. The issue that we ran into is that our Intermountain MLS does not speak to Boston Logic and it doesn't push out any information once the listing has gone sold. So once it's off the market, IMLS doesn't send any more information out. So Boston Logic doesn't really have any way of carrying that over. It doesn't know that the property went sold. It doesn't know how much it got sold for, all that fun stuff. So that's where the manual part kind of comes in. It is awesome doing it if you can stay on top of it, then it's kind of nice to have because it looks really great on your website. It looks like just the other active listings on your website is just in a sold section. So you can start, obviously accumulating all your listings. And also kind of the nice thing about this doing it manually is you can go back and add as many as you like, all the ones that you want to put up there. Yeah. So getting started with this, I already have one created and because we were trying to test it to make sure that it looked correct. So I've got this one. I'm going to just show you how to get to it and what to add. So on your website, when you're logged in and you go to property and then Logic MLS listings, this is Boston Logic's way of, it's almost like it's not their own MLS. It's just, it displays like the MLS. So if you had a coming soon or something that you wanted to add to your website or a sold that looked exactly like all the other listings, you can add this in manually. So you'll go here. You probably won't have anything. You'll just hit create new property. So when you hit create new, it's going to look exactly like when I edit this. I just don't want to make another one. So Lonnie had sent me over one of his listings that he had sold and this is what we were testing it on. So you don't have to add all of this information if you don't want to. So, because I don't necessarily think that someone on your website that wanted to see the portfolio of what you sold is going to be looking at all this information. Go for it if you want to. I'm just saying you don't have to. So, go here, property type, single family for the most part. You'll notice there's a lot of options. Just obviously, this sometimes people get confused. Land, that's all that's under land. And then a lot of times what happens is someone thinks that they're just hitting single family, but that's single family under rental. So this is the one you want to hit, single family. The list price, status, obviously being sold. So all the required ones, obviously you need to do. This Logic MLS ID, don't worry about it. Yours will be blank, but it will generate kind of just like the MLS generates a ID number for you guys. So here's the address. Headline, you could put like sold in 24 hours or something like that, or under contract pending, whatever, that if you wanted to do like a custom headline for it. Stories, there's the city zip, and I think we added that. And I just made this up as far as the list date. He can go in and change this, but I think I did that. I added the description. It's got the map on there, the sale price. So like if it sold over what the original price was, you can add that in there. You can also have a co-listing agent if you guys did something together. That I think is it as far as the required things. There's a ton of information in here. So all of that, there's a ton of stuff. And then the one thing you do want to make sure of is have at least 2 photos. I'm assuming you would want to add more than that, but have at least 2 because the view of the website, it's kind of like a slider. So if you only have one, it'll show up on the right-hand side and look kind of wonky. So have at least 2. So then you'll just hit create property, and mine says update because I'm not creating a new one. But then on your website, you will notice, so Lonnie has you can obviously add a menu item on here called my previous listings or sold listings or something like that and have a page just designated to that. But Lonnie has this tab that links to his profile, and you'll see under here that now he's got his active ones and his sold. So this is the one that we created a couple days ago. So it will look kind of like the rest of his website and all the other ones. This is where I meant about the slider that you need to have at least 2. It's got the information and the map, and then it pulls obviously from that area. It's going to pull our community that we have created, and that's about it. And again, this is where all that information will show up. All here. So if you want to add to it, add to it. If not, you don't have to. But it's kind of just nice that it looks like the rest of our website. Like it looks exactly like his active one, basically. So that's it. Let me know, obviously, if you guys have any questions. This is something that is brand new to me as far as me playing around with it. So if you guys have questions, I hopefully can answer. If not, then I will just obviously get in connect with Boston Logic and we'll figure out anything that maybe you thought of that I didn't. I tried to explore as many options as I could on this, but yeah, ask away.